As you and I both know, I'm really bad at giving synopses in my videos, especially the books that I have not read. And that's something that has been on my mind and that I know I'm bad at doing and I've been trying to get better at. But it also was brought to my attention by one of my viewers recently, so I'm making this short to just go through my January TBR and give y'all little synopses of the books. So I'm just going to read the back of each book, and then you'll know kind of what they're about. So the first one is When God Writes Your Love Story. It says, whether or not you are in a serious relationship, now is the time to lay the foundation for a lifelong romance. When God Writes Your Love Story will show you how. With the humor and heart that have made them so popular among young readers, Eric and Leslie showcase the extraordinary beauty of a God-scripted romance and the secrets to an amazing love story that can stand the tests of time. This revitalized edition of their best-selling book is loaded with new extras and even more powerful practical advice that bolsters their classic message on dating, romance, sexuality, and what it means to follow God rather than formulas. Next, Italian Neighbors. This is my other nonfiction book for January, if I can get to it. In this deliciously seductive account of an Italian neighborhood with a statue of the Virgin at one end of the street, a derelict bottle factory at the other, and a wealth of exotic flora and fauna in between, acclaimed novelist Tim Parks celebrates 10 years of living with his wife Rita in Verona, Italy. Italian Neighbors is a sparkling, witty, beautifully observed tale of how the most curious people and places gradually assume the familiarity of home. A classic portrait of amalgamative cultures, Italian Neighbors is an invitation for everyone who has ever dreamed about Italy. And I have read about half of this book, and it is very interesting. I like the way that it's told, and it's a lot of just interesting characters. In the Italian Neighbors. Next we have The Wind-Up Girl. Anderson Lake is a company man, Agrigent's calorie man in Thailand. Undercover as a factory manager, Anderson combs Bangkok street markets in search of foodstuffs thought to be extinct, hoping to reap the bounty of history's lost calories. There he encounters Emiko. Emiko is the wind-up girl, a strange and beautiful creature, one of the new people. Emiko is not human. She is an engineered being, creche-grown and programmed to satisfy the decadent whims of a Kyoto businessman, but now abandoned to the streets of Bangkok. Regarded as soulless beings by some, devils by others, new people are slaves, soldiers, and toys of the rich in a chilling near future in which calorie companies rule the world. The oil age has passed, and the side effects of bioengineered plagues run rampant across the street. What happens when calories become currency? What happens when bioterrorism becomes a tool for corporate profits, when said bioterrorism's genetic drift forces mankind to the cusp of post-human evolution? That's The Wind-Up Girl.